Congresswoman Jasmine Clark, one of the dumbest yet somehow most influential Democrats on the planet. She went on Charlamagne the God show and she said, I'm not necessarily calling Trump Hitler. Just listen.
We've got to talk about like what it means when you're running for president or you're running for one of these higher offices and you go out there and you talk about beating people up. You go out there and you say things like, I could shoot somebody in the middle of the street in New York and I could still win. We got to talk about like that. That is next level. Mm-hmm. Me disagreeing with you, me calling you, I want to be Hitler. All those things are like not necessarily saying go out and hurt somebody. But when you're literally telling people at rallies, yeah, beat them up and that kind of stuff, like you are promoting like a culture of violence. So we need to talk about like what it looks like when you don't promote a culture of violence.
I think her job is to say the dumbest things imaginable so that anything else that a Democrat says by comparison seems more reasonable. Like that's her actual job, is to try to open the Overton window so wide that it's not possible to say something as stupid as Congresswoman Crockett. Therefore, whatever you say, it's not as dumb as what she says, and it helps Democrats.
That may be what they use her as, is like the battering ram of stupidity that opens the door for everything else. But to not understand the basic logic of the argument you just made there of, hey, we've got to watch basically the language that we're using. I'm not necessarily telling people to kill Hitler. I mean, they are. I think the easiest way to explain
why choose
this,
Hitler if you don't want violence against the person? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people you could point out in history you could just point out to bad previous president. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, no, we're going to go to calls. But I mean, I do think what you've got here is clear incitement, and then when you incite the action for which you are clearly inciting, when it occurs, you say, oh, well, we condemn this. You can't light the fire and then say, boy, I wish this house wasn't burning down. I condemn fire. That's what's going on.
I'm hearing El Rushbo right now talking about the drive-bys. This is what they do. They just spray destruction and bedlam and just move on past and pretend like nothing happened. Pretend like they had no part in it. And they are neck deep in all this stuff we're talking about.
Unfortunately, Buck, we already lost on the Prize Picks pick. It was a tough one last night. Jaden Daniels did not come through for us. Congratulations to all the Packer fans. Jaden Daniels did not come through. I'm
sorry.
So
did you not put money on Saquon? Because how could we expect a different outcome here?
Saquon has not yet played.
Okay. Well, then that's fair.
Hold on. Correction. We won. This is a man.
Oh, look at this.
I apologize. I was at my ninth grader's game last night. So I did not get to watch, and then we went out to dinner. I did not get to watch Washington Green Bay, full confession, last night. I knew it was a really bad game for Washington. They scored 2 touchdowns late, and by the grace of Prize Picks, those 2 touchdowns late were very beneficial to us in the fourth quarter. And as a result, we actually did win the first leg of our 3-way, hopefully, payoff. So if you played along, prizepicks.com, code Clay, you won last week 4.25 to 1. We are 2/3 of the way to a 5-to-1 payout. So fingers crossed, if Derrick Henry scores this weekend, we will get a 5-to-1 payout. 5-to-1 payout going on now. Derrick Henry to score a touchdown, rushing or receiving. That's all we need to win back-to-back weeks. Thanks to Jaden Daniels coming through for us. Always been a big Jaden guy. Go right now to prizepicks.com. Use my name, Clay. That's prizepicks.com. My name, Clay. You get $50 when you play $5. You can play in California, Texas, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, 40 states, 13 million of you playing $50. All we need is a Derrick Henry touchdown, and we will cash back-to-back weeks, 4.25 to 1 and 5 to 1. Fingers crossed, prizepicks.com, code Clay.